I think y'all got all this stuff wrong. Ooh, well said. People be slaving hard for them pictures. Imagine the world is a funny place. The world is a funny place, man. They really just made pictures, and we be fighting over pictures. Like they put it on a piece of paper and gave us a picture and said this is worth a lot. And we've been fighting over that ever since. Man, that's crazy. We've really been fighting over pictures of old white men. You know what I'm saying? Just pictures. That's all it is, just pictures. How we get to this point, boy, I ain't gonna lie, y'all good. How y'all did that. Before that, we had like gold and, because money is greenbacks. It's supposed to be a receipt for real money, but we actually start liking the receipts more than the money. And then they banned real money and then just left us with the receipts for money. Boy, that's cold. I ain't gonna lie, y'all some tricky folks, boy. Y'all good at this. I ain't like, you gotta think about like, imagine me going to China with a picture, you know what I'm saying, of James Brown, and I got a religion, you feel me, and I want everybody to follow James, and I say this is the one and true religion, and everybody got to follow him, you feel me, and in Japan, they start putting up pictures of James everywhere and start following James, you feel me, that's essentially what colonizers did to Jesus. They just got a picture of a random white dude and just went over there and like, this your God. And black people was like, yo, that look like God. Like like, I got to think about like how primitive your consciousness has to be for you to be like, yes, that is God. That is God. That is God. Yes, that is God. And y'all might not like this, but your religion got to be very weak when you give it up. Like your spiritual power got to be very weak when you give it up for a picture of a white dude with a perm. You know what I'm saying? Like his shit was pressed to the side. He's a hippie. And they just said, you know what? That's God. That's crazy. You feel me? Like think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like Africans talk about African spirituality. No disrespect to my African. We're going to talk about this. But how y'all out there in Africa and y'all just gave up whatever y'all was practicing to be like, you know what? This is God now. This is God. We will practice. Yes. You feel me? And then the African pastors is crazy. I seen an African pastor, man. So this dude is like a wanted fugitive, and he was walking down the steps. And as he walking down, at first the camera was zoomed out so you can see him, his whole face, body, all of that walking down. Then they zoomed in when he get to the last step. And then there was two guys that you can't see. They're picking him up by the arms and making it seem like he levitating. You can't see his whole body. You just see his feet dangling. And then they zoom out slowly. And what I suppose is the two guys run out of camera view. And they do it terribly because you can hear the footsteps. And the door is a little cracked. So when they zoom all the way out, you can see the pastor like, yeah, I did that. And people believe it. And they get this man money. And he's rich. So sometimes I get worried about my African brothers. Like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? You said I'm being ignorant. No, I'm being truthful, my brother. First of all, I'm being light about the subject, but I'm being truthful. There is no reason in 2025 that anybody should be believing this kind of stuff. So I think that, I like what the brother Ibrahim Prachor is doing over there. He a soldier. But it's a lot that y'all got to fix over there. It's a lot that we got to fix over here. But believing some of this spookism that y'all be believing still in modern day, I think there needs to be a reprogramming and re-educating for a large populace in Africa. All right, because some of this stuff shouldn't be able to pass the smell test. It don't make no sense. You know, I don't think Africa's ready until they get every picture of white Jesus out of Africa, and it should be banned across the whole entire continent. I think even white people will agree to that. Like, even white people will be like, why y'all got a picture of us in y'all church and y'all want us to respect you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think even white people like, yeah, this don't make no sense. You feel me? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, Jesus couldn't even handle that. That Jesus couldn't even handle the Africa heat. That Jesus could not be out there. He ain't even got a suntan. You know what I'm saying? That's not the Ethiopian Jesus that they had pictures of. They don't even make no sense. That Jesus would need sunscreen to survive a day out there. So I'm just trying to understand. First of all, and it's humid out there. His hair would be curly. How he got a straight perm? That Jesus ain't never been to Africa. Don't make no sense. I would rather them have a picture of James Brown as Jesus, straight up. I would rather there be a picture of James Brown, for sure, than that Jesus. Like, let's just be honest. We might as well just have a picture of James Brown with the perm. Like, imagine you go to all the churches in Africa and there's a picture of James Brown on the wall. Say it loud. Well, I'd be a little more proud. I see y'all got some soul over here. And then, you know what I'm saying? Every time the door opens, he just say it loud. That's all I hear as soon as I see James Brown. He got the perm. Man, I respect the hell like that. You feel me? Yeah, I think all the churches did to replace the picture of white Jesus with James Brown. I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Jesus on the good foot, yeah. Hey, if James Brown played at come on now. Say it loud. You feel me? Like, I think that needs to be the new Jesus. I'm just saying. The new white Jesus is what I'm saying. Like, not the picture of actual Yahweh, Yahshua, you feel me? But, like, he can replace the white Jesus picture. He can replace the white Jesus picture. My white people in here, do y'all agree? I be wanting to know, what the white people in here agree with? My Asians, you know what I'm saying? My brown brothers, my Indian brothers, y'all agree? Because I think we should replace... If I were to do, man, I think we should replace the white Jesus pictures with James Brown. I'm just saying, especially in Africa. But in black churches in America, too. You feel me? Like, I just do. I think if we go wild with it. But I just don't understand how... my African brothers got all these pictures of white Jesus. I just be trying to figure out what's going on with y'all. Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? So when they be like, we all the same, we not the same, B. We not the same. I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all brothers, y'all wildin'. So that's all. That's all. I just be trying to figure it all out. I don't know everything. But if I stay up late at night enough and I drink enough of this coffee, I'm gonna figure everything out. You said we focus on the wrong stuff? Nah, that's just the right stuff. Do Mexicans got their own Jesus? Mexicans, y'all got your own Jesus? Because I can see Mexicans using maybe Antonio Banderas or something as Jesus. I think everybody should just have their own Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They what's that one dude that played in Machete? He could be Jesus. You feel me? He tough as hell. What's his name? Trey something. You feel me? And I think Chinese people could have Jet Li. Or on Kill Bill when they got the long hair and they got the white beard. I think everybody should just have their own picture of Jesus. But I ain't gonna lie, a Jet Li Jesus would be crazy because now I feel like your Jesus can whip my Jesus. So now that means we gotta have a Jesus that's a little better. Danny Trejo should be the Mexican Jesus. For sure. It gotta be. I mean, while we customizing Jesus, everybody should get their own. You know what I'm saying? I think our Jesus should be Denzel. But the Denzel before the Gladiator movie where he was doing some weird stuff. But because if we got Denzel Jesus, ain't nobody messing with our Jesus. I'm just saying. And then if y'all get like, if the Asians go get them a super, like they make Goku Jesus or something, we gonna have to switch to like Tyson or something. You feel me? But I think that, you know, the only ones that probably can compete, then they gonna have like Russian Jesus, he wrestling bears and stuff. Damn. African Jesus should be, you know, you can get Shaka Zulu, he could be Jesus. You know what I mean? The shiny bronze warrior. That's a tough Jesus. I'm just saying. I think everybody should have their own Jesus all the way around. Now, Morgan Freeman can narrate the Jesus. Like, that's our voice. So we can't have Samuel Jackson. He go be cursing people out. Samuel ain't welcome in the church like that. He can't be doing that. He go be cursing people out. Every time somebody's sin, he calling them an MF and say, you mother... we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. But these are just suggestions. These are just suggestions. You know, if you want to take this to your church when you getting tithes, how we call it, you feel me? But what I suspect is, like, you got to imagine, like, if Ireland had Conor McGregor as they Jesus, I don't think they should do that, but they'd probably more so go like on some leprechaun type of time. You feel me? Like Lucky Charms type Jesuses. But I do think that everybody should get their own Jesus. I think so. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect. I'm just saying, while we customizing Jesus, we should make him in our image. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's no disrespect to Big J, because, you know, I respect him, salute everything that he stood for, died for, and then got revived for. Straight up. But Jesus don't even exist. It's the Yahshua, the Yahweh, that's the real one in the first place. But Jesus is the one you can customize. That's the one you can, like, change the name and customize. But the Yahweh Yahshua one, no, that just got to be, you know what I mean, this Hebrew, Ethiopian-looking brother. That's it. That's all. But Jesus is customizable. Remember that. I ain't gonna lie, white people, white people probably should make Keanu Reeves their Jesus. That is smart. You smart, you thinking. You looking out for white people, I see. That brother must date white girls. He looking out for white people. Because I wasn't even thinking about that. They should make Keanu Reeves their Jesus. Like, I respect Jesus more if he was the white Jesus more if it was like Keanu Reeves. You go in there and, like, Jesus got the pill in his hand. You feel me? Like, I respect that. That's different. That's different. I could see that working. Jesus is John Wick. Jesus is John Wick. That's interesting. John Wick Jesus is crazy. You feel me? Because he don't let nothing slide. John Wick Jesus coming to get everybody, you feel me, whoever crossed him. Pun intended. Pun intended. And we got Denzel, the equalizer, so we good too. Nah, they can't have Brad Pitt Jesus. It got to be like John Wick Jesus. They can't be doing too much. Because then Brad Pitt going to be having some of the sisters over there, you know what I mean, Google Eye and the white Jesus. We can't do that. You got to keep it moderate. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your limits. We can't have Brad Pitt Jesus. You feel me? Because then, if we competing like that, then that means I got to be like Jesus just so we can compete. You feel me? We can't be doing that. Because then some of the black sisters over there in the white church with the white Jesus. So then I'm going to be like, you know what? Take sub Denzel out, put me in. You know what I'm saying? Sub Denzel out, put me in, forget it. We got Keezus up here. This is what we doing now. We got to equalize the playing field. We got to equalize the playing field. Oh, man. Oh, man. Late night is for jokes, y'all. Late night is for jokes. I really think I could have been stand-up if I wanted to. I could have did some stand-up comedy if I wanted to. Nah, we already know that black women be lusting over these white boys, the Keanu Reeves, not the Keanu, but the Brad Pitts and them. So we're not playing like that. You feel me? Nah. But I think that I think that everybody should have a Jesus in their own image. I think it's powerful because there's no actual real pictures of Jesus directly that everybody can agree upon. So everybody might as well just customize it. Might as well just customize it. Might as well. Hey, Justin, I am not an unk, man. Don't call me an unk. First of all, don't call me an unk. I'm not your unk. I'm not a unk. I'm not up to that level yet. These youngsters, man, everybody younger than you want to call you unk. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I ain't reached unk age yet. I just got unk sage. I just got unk wisdom. I got grandfather wisdom, great-great-grandfather wisdom. No, Russia do got the real image. They got some of the images of the saints and things of that nature. Yeah. Skin like bronze, hair like wool. I ain't gonna lie, the skin like bronze, hair like wool, that's just any black person. I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't really, that's like everybody fits the description type of thing. You feel me? I feel like that's a little racist because that's kind of like how the police do us. You know what I'm saying? You black with nappy hair, you fit the description. They could have been a little more detailed. I'm not gonna lie. That's where they messed up. That's where they messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like skin like bronze, hair like wool. But I think the description is too vague. Because you got to remember how many black people was getting in trouble back in those days. The Roman authorities, which is like modern police, was looking for a Negro with skin bronze, hair like wool. They ain't had no picture. They just walked around with that description and they just started throwing everybody on the cross. Jesus was the only one that was thrown on the cross. He the only one survived. You feel me? And to this day, they be doing the same thing. You fit the description. You feel me? So that's why you got to be a little more detailed next time. Because that messed up centuries and centuries of brothers being accused of things that they didn't do. You know what I mean? Who does here have skin like bronze and hair like wool? They start touching the hair. It was wool and nappy. They said, yup, put him on the cross, put him on the cross, put him on the cross. No. The whole time they was looking for Jesus. He the only one survived. We don't talk about all of the brothers that didn't survive that just fit the description. Man, we've been going through this for a long time. For a long time. We've been going through this for a long time. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. That's what I'm saying. I fit the description. So, dog, don't be, you feel me? Sending us to the Roman authorities like that, man. Damn. Just stop and frisk. That's what they was doing back in the day. And then throwing you up on a cross. You might be Jesus. You might be. You know what? And then just, and Jesus was somewhere like, damn, man, I think they got enough of them brothers, man. I'm going to come out and let them know I'm him. But I'm not going to die. I'll be back. He was the first person to hit the Terminator line, the I'll be back. You say I'm preaching something weird, bro. This is tonight. I'm just enjoying life, man. We just having fun. No, he hit that. Jesus hit that I'll be back. You feel me? That's a black horror movie. Imagine that. You go hang up a black person and he hop off I think it'd actually be scary if he hopped off the cross. But they say he raised out the dead 3 days later, like Michael Jackson. Man, that was the first like horror tale white people ever heard. You telling me he hung him on the cross, we beat him, crucified him in front of everybody, and 3 days later he rose back up. Man, that scared the hell out of people. That's why they were telling that story since that day. They scared the hell out of people all around the world. This Negro came out the grave. Yo, you gotta understand how gangster that is, dog. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie, Jesus is a hell of a character. Jesus, you got to think of how funny Jesus is, knowing he got the like. First of all, I'm just assuming like everything happened exactly the way they say it happened. Let's just assume for this story, right? You know, you could tell he was a black man because only a black man to do something like that. Knowing you got the power to come back to life, you gonna tell everybody, "I'm gonna die for your sins." Only a brother that know he could come back to life is gonna make that promise. You know what I'm saying? Only a brother that would do something like that. You gotta imagine you realizing you can resurrect yourself. Imagine you realizing you can resurrect yourself. You know what I mean? Now I'm coming to all my family like, listen, I'm gonna die for y'all sins. Y'all gotta stop tripping. And then I go and let myself get caught so they can resurrect me in front of everybody. Mama crying, you know what I'm saying? All the potential wives is crying. You know what I'm saying? The whole world, they just sitting there crying. And I'm like, yeah, it's because of y'all. Y'all keep sinning. Whole time, though. Whole time. I'm like, I'll be back, though. Jesus was gaslighting people. Whole time he knew he was coming back. He's sitting up there like, yep, go ahead, let it out. Go ahead, let it out, mama. You know what I'm saying? How you plan your own funeral and then come back 3 days later, man? That's some black man stuff. That's some black man stuff right there. You feel me? And he ain't even wait. He ain't wait a week, a month. He must have had something to do. Cause he like, I'm gonna be back 3 days later. Why not 1 day? He needed y'all to really miss him because he know we short-sighted. People gonna be coming to his funeral, you know what I mean, checking on the body for a day or two. You feel me? But he know about in 3 days, we move on to something else, just like today. So he said, you know what, I'm gonna wait 3 days. Because Negroes only pay attention to something for like 2 days back in those times. You feel me? And so on the third day, he said, you know what, all right, I'm back. I'm back. I just wanted to scare y'all because y'all was doing too much. He said y'all was doing too much. I'm back now. Now don't sin again. You feel me? Because I ain't dying again for y'all. I'm not dying again for y'all. All right. Anyway, man, I'm enjoying that. So y'all got to forgive me. I'm enjoying myself. Shout out to my brother Mike Rashid. Now, I do want to understand this part of the story because I am a little ignorant to the whole story. Jesus died, then he rose. Where did he go? Because people say he gonna return, but where did he go is the question. Now, I'm dead serious on this part. If he died and then he resurrected, where did he go? I'm asking a serious question. I don't know that part of the story. You say heaven? Somewhere, good question. No, I'm serious. He went to heaven. To the spirit world. No, okay, hold on. So, he died physically. Did he rose physically? So, when you say heaven, you mean he physically went to heaven. As in, because I thought heaven was a spiritual place that requires to not have a body. And I know there's different denominations and faiths of Christian. So is it that, and I'm talking about what's the official story? Like, is the official story that what happened to his body is what I'm saying. Like, where did he physically go? No, I know because, as Muslims, we believe heaven is a physical place. Right, it's a state of mind in which one lives, right? But I want to know physically, where did Jesus go? Or did he I don't know. I really want to understand. They say, +2, after rise from the dead, Jesus appeared to his disciples 40 days, teaching and preparing them for ascending to heaven, specifically at Bethany, just outside of Jerusalem. Okay, so it was 40 days later after he was done teaching them which they was definitely some fast learners. And then he left. So from there, I imagine like he ascended and like kind of in a way where Yoda ascended, right? Past like physical body. He wasn't dead, but he ascended. I get it. It's fly. Listen, I really enjoy the story of Jesus. I don't know why people mad about the story of Jesus, man. I think it's one of the greatest stories, tales, histories. You feel me? I have no problem believing that a black man did all of that. I don't know about y'all. You know what I mean? As a full-bred Muslim, I have no problem believing it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen black men do great things like that. For sure. I've seen black men that not physically rise from the dead, but have come from such a dark place that you would have thought they was dead, and they still alive. You know, so it's not that hard for me to believe in the idea, right? Because, you know, I believe that there's a lot of us that die spiritually and we get resurrected a lot of times. And that's the one thing I can't be mad, is that the church do help out a lot of people. I just think that there's so much, you know, there's a lot of BS that goes on, but there are people who walk around physically and mentally and spiritually dead. And sometimes you need course correction. And, you know, that allows you to resurrect and your spirit is back alive. You say overanalyzing faith can be unnecessary when we all believe in God. I disagree, because the people in whom you listen to are the ones who analyze it. The pastors and the preachers are the ones who, the theologians are the ones who break it down and defend religious texts, right? And if it wasn't for them, your faith wouldn't have foundation. So if they didn't go and scrutinize and study to know what is true and what is not, because oftentimes a man can manipulate text and have people following him or her. So I don't think questioning or studying is an issue whatsoever. You understand me? I just think that the average person doesn't actually want to know what they truly believe. So they want to say faith is enough, right? But I don't think faith is enough. I think you have to have knowledge as well that connects your faith and deepens your connection with that faith, right? So you have correction. And I think that we should all practice knowing more, right? Like if it was good enough for Jesus to have this knowledge, if it was good enough for Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or any other prophet you believe in to have it, then why wouldn't you want it? So, you know, that's my thoughts on that.